Hello guys, welcome to the Blender tutorial. So in the previous tutorial, you learned to design some of the basic models in the Blender, and I hope you design some of your own. So in this tutorial, I will teach you to design a simple Jiofi router model. So without wasting further, let's get started. First of all, I will scale the default cube present over here. I will select the cube and I will scale it in the x-axis, and I will scale it in the y-axis, and also I will scale it in the z-axis, something like this. So here we got the basic structure of the Jiofi. Now I will add a modifier to this. You click small spanner or the wrench icon here, and you click on add modifier and click on the bevel modifier. So what this modifier basically do is it just curves the corner present in the cube. So I will increase the offset value to 0.4, and I will increase the segments up to 50, and I'll press enter. And yeah, here you can see all the corners are curved, all the sharp edges are curved. Now I will apply this modifier and I'll select this and I'll add a color to this. I'll add a black color to my Jiofi router module. So I will change the render option over here, and I will increase the metallic to 100%. And yeah, here is the basic structure of Jiofi. Now I will go to the I'll go to the edit mode and I'll go to the face selection mode. I'll select the front face and I right click on my mouse to subdivide it. And in the subdivide properties, I will increase the number of cuts up to 20 and I'll select it. Now I will teach you to make a screen of the Jiofi. So I press Ctrl and go on selecting these four corners or four boxes, and I'll select all these groups of squares, and I will extrude it a little bit so that it looks a bit gone inside. So it will basically give the screen like effect. So now I will give the color to this. I'll go to this property again and I'll click on plus button and I'll click new to add a color. I will give some kind of grayish color to this. Some kind of it. This is as simple as that. You can play just with the colors, and here you can see in the render option the color came over here, and I will assign the color. That is important. Assign the color to this, and yeah, here you can see the color has been changed. So in Jiofi model, you see three options over there. One is it shows the battery percentage, second one it shows your network signal strength, and third one it shows the Wi-Fi symbol. So let's draw that. So first I will go here and I will change my point of origin or the center of origin, change it over here, and I will add a curve, a Bezier curve to it. I will select this and I'll go to the edit mode and I will delete this, and I'll delete all the vertices. And here you can see a draw tool is present, and I will just simply draw a battery shape over here. I'll just draw like this. Here you can draw with more precision, and I will just draw like this. So here is the basic battery shape. I'll add a level to that, levels to my battery shapes. You can do in more precise way. Here you can correct it by just simply selecting that line, and you can just make it straight. I will make roughly it smooth, and I'll make it straight. Yeah, I'll select these two so that it looks like a straight line. So yeah, I'm happy with my result, and I select all these and I'll scale it a little bit and I will grab it over here, and I'll place my battery percentage over the Jiofi. If I want, I'll just rotate it a little bit so that it lies straight, and I will scale it a little bit. I will move it in the Z direction. I'll move it a little bit in the Y direction, and yeah, here you can see the battery percentage has been set on our screen. So now I'll give depth to this. So how you can do? You just come out of the edit mode and you select this and go here to the Bezier properties. You go to the geometry option and you increase the depth to 0.01 and hit enter to that. Here you can see it will give some basic this, and yeah, now in the same way I will add network signal over here. I'll press shift A and I'll import a Bezier over here. I go to edit mode, I delete it, delete the vertices and go to the draw option, and this time I'll draw a network signals. I'll basically draw 4 straight lines over here to look similar to the network strength signals. I will make these lines a bit straighter, and if I want, I rotate a little bit these lines and make it straighter. Yeah, when you're happy with your design, you select all these at once and scale it a little bit and grab it over your model and scale it a little bit, rotate it if you want, and give small rotation. I'll pull this in the x-axis, pull this in this y-axis, scale it a little bit, and place it on the z-axis over this screen. Yeah, it's perfectly aligning on my screen. In the same way, I will give a depth to this. I'll give a depth of around 0.01 and I'll hit enter on this. In the same way, I will draw a Wi-Fi signal, Wi-Fi symbol also in the object mode. I will add a Bezier curve and I'll select this curve. I'll go to the edit mode. I delete all the vertices and then I will draw a Wi-Fi symbol using this draw tool. I'll add a circle and I'll add a Wi-Fi shape to this. You might do in more precise way. The kind of tutorial I'll do in quicker manner. So I'll select this and I'll just make it in a curved way. So I'll rotate it a little bit. I'll rotate it a bit. Yeah. And I'll select all this thing. I will scale it and I will grab this. I'll grab this over here and I will rotate this and I'll place it on my screen. I'll scale it a little bit so that it can perfectly sit on my screen. Yeah. In the same way, I will give a depth to this. I'll go to the object mode and I'll select this thing and I'll give a depth to around 0.01 and I press enter to that. Here you can see it doesn't sit perfectly on my screen. I'll go back to this and I'll bring this in XYZ axis. I'll grab this a bit. Bring this a little bit down. I'll bring over here and bring this. Here and yeah, here we have the Wi-Fi symbol. It's placed correctly on our screen. So now I'll increase this signal strength. I'll select this and I'll just increase the depth to around 0.02 and now it's time to add a color to these symbols. So I select this battery symbol and I'll go to the material property and click on new, and in here principal BSDF shader I will change that into emission so that it emits out the light. So in color I will select it, I'll give it a red color and I'll increase the strength up to 5 and I hit enter to this. Here you can see the color which the battery has acquired. Then I'll select this network signal and I'll give the color in the same way. I'll click on emission. This time I'll give a green color to this and I'll increase the strength to 10. It is as simple as that. You can just play with the colors, change the principal BSDF shader or editor to the emission, go to the colors, add a blue color to it and increase the strength up to 10. And now you may not notice the emission of light over here. To make that, go to the render option. And check the ambient occlusion and bloom and screen reflection. Yeah, now you can see all three symbols emitting light. Now I will select all of these and I will grab it. Now I will make my center of origin to perfectly lie along the axis. So I'll press Shift S and cursor toward origin. Now I'll add a plane to this. I'll scale it. Now, and in the front view, I will bring this thing over the plane. Yeah. Now you can see our Jiofi model is exactly placed on the plane. Now it's time to add a Geo logo to this. So I downloaded the image in the Chrome and I cutted the logo part. I erased the background. I resized the image. Now I'll simply press Shift to add an image. You can see image option here. Just click on image as a plane and here it will ask where you have placed your image. I placed in the downloaded and here it is. I import the image. Here you can see that my image is imported. I just grab it so that you can see the image. Here is the image. So now I will rotate this image in the y-axis in the -90 direction. -90 direction, as you can see here. Now I will just grab my logo on the z-axis so that it sit perfectly on my model. Now I will scale it a little bit to increase the size of my model. Yeah, here you can see the final result of your model. You just play with these lights so that your model looks amazing. Yeah, when you are happy with the light position and all, you click numpad 0 to enter into the camera view. You just drag this. Wait a moment, I didn't fix my camera view. I'll fix it over here. I'll go back to the camera view and I'll set exact position. I'll set an angle and I click on render image option. So guys, here you can see that the final output of our model is here. Thanks for watching. If you really enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. If you have any suggestion, let me know in the comment section.